And now we're live. There it is. So let me set the stage for anybody that is interested. You and I were just talking, Ian. I would like to present. You are one of the coordinators for the Kenya Jug.
Okay.
And we were talking, and I was talking about one of the other side projects that we wanted to do, and I wanted to give you a taste of it. We're live. We're on a bunch of channels, but I want to grab the YouTube link. Uh,
Okay.
uh, we're on Coffee Software. We're also streaming to Deshaun on YouTube, and yeah, I have a live link. Let me grab it. Share, copy. I'm putting it into the private chat. Oops, private chat. Here we go. We're going live. We're live. We are live. What we're gonna do here, what is in my head, I didn't explain what we were gonna do. I just said, hey, come and do this live, and let's just do it. And you were a sucker, and you said, okay, I'll follow you. How about you introduce yourself? Because I kind
Uh,
of started it for you, but Ian, introduce yourself for everybody.
so yeah, thanks, Dashan. My name is Ian Duncan. I am a student. Okay, I live in Kenya. I school at Dedan Kimathi University of Technology. Among the founding members of the Kenyan Java user group. And I also do mechanical engineering.
Oh,
Yes.
that's it. That's it. See if you can figure out how to get that link to our friends, and then let's go. I have this idea
Okay.
that we can actually do some really powerful things with Raspberry Pis. And I've been running Raspberry Pis. I like Raspberry Pis. I'm enthusiastic about Raspberry Pis. I'm working on a book called, working title, Spring Boot on the Edge, where I talk about
Mm-hmm.
how you can take Spring Boot and you can run it on these low power, really affordable devices. And the past few weeks, I've been
Mm-hmm.
playing and having a lot of fun with this project called Karifi from the Cloud Foundry team. And Karifi allows me to deploy things really easily. It takes care of a lot of the mess and the network struggles, so I can do that. But
Okay.
there's nothing better, right? Like Spring is awesome. I love Spring. Spring is great. Spring Boot is awesome. So what I was saying is like, hey, let's just build an app. Let's build a website or whatever it is. Let's build something, and let's take it to production. How do you feel about that?
I'm pumped. I'd say
Okay.
that.
Have you ever used Vaadin before?
Pardon?
Vaadin? Here,
Um,
let's get on the
Not
same
really.
page.
I've been hearing about it though.
Okay. And it's okay. So again, I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff at you. This isn't planned. We didn't rehearse this, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. What could possibly go wrong? So I'm gonna grab a screen and I'm gonna share, and I'm gonna have you do these things too. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get you started and I'm gonna ask you a question. We don't have to use Vaadin, but
Okay.
you're very familiar with start.spring.io. This would
Sure.
be the easy way to do it. We could just go and build something. This would be the easy way to get started. The maybe the plus plus version, a different route. We could go to start.bodden.com and we can start a project there. And still give us a Spring Boot project. It doesn't use the initializer, but it gives us a different interface. And the
Okay.
reason I'm gonna tickle your fancy just a little bit. I can do this and I can actually change things and I can add stuff. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to say, yep, this works good. Let's do that. I don't need, hello. There we go. I can choose different color themes, but I can start to add views. I can say, hey, we're doing Java. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I can say, hey, I want to add a hello world view, right? And this is letting me design my app. But it's all Spring Boot under the covers, but it gives me this nice little interface so I can design it.
Okay.
And I can add multiple views. I can add a nice, pretty dashboard, right? And I can just add
Mm.
this, and hey, this is good. Then I go over here and I can hit download project, and it'll give me all of this stuff that I designed. It'll give it to me, yeah, in a zip file. So I'm going to leave that up to you, but I'm going to now ask you to share your screen, because what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to start from scratch. We're going to try to build an app using Spring Boot, maybe Vaadin. I'm going to leave it up to you. And then we're going to deploy it on one of these Raspberry Pis, right? I have this deployed corifi.cc. I have this little Raspberry Pi up in my closet, and we're going to deploy an app that you write. We're going to deploy it there. But before we jumped on the live stream, we went out and registered a domain name. So we're
Sure.
going to put your Spring Boot app on your domain name. That's what we're doing today. So we're going from nothing to having something running in production on this little Raspberry Pi. Are you up for it?
But yep.
Okay. So now I want you to share your screen. I'm not putting my screen on there anymore. I'm going to try to walk you through this process. I'm going to trust that you don't have to have an IDE. If you want to play along, if you're watching, you want to play along, you don't have to have an IDE. If you got Nano or Vim, you can play along because we have the Spring Initializer. We have Vaadin here. You can build an app quickly. And because we've got this little Raspberry Pi over here ready to take that app and deploy that app to production, we can get it to production quickly.
Ooh, my light went a bit off. So I don't know if. Well, let me just drag this here. Then I'll share this screen.
We're gonna go like low key. We're gonna be down here while we're doing this, so it'll be fine. We don't have that
Okay.
perfect lighting. Yes,
Alright.
this is
Present my screen.
just so everyone knows, this is being recorded,
Okay.
and it will be on the YouTube channels. So as soon as you figure out how to share the screen, while you're doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and connect. I use Cloudflare D. Are you ready for me to put your screen up? Don't put any passwords in.
Yep.
You don't have any passwords on the screen. I'm going to add you to the screen. Are you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we can see it, and because I got bad eyes, I'm going to do this on another screen as well, because I'm going to try to
Okay.
pay really close attention. And I'm going to go over to my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/JavaGrunt, where we're live there too. So we're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn, we are on Twitch, we're on Josh Long's Twitter. We're all over the place. We're doing this live. We're all over the place, and we've got people joining. We got live people here joining us from all over. So, yeah, I hope I answered the question. I missed it. What we're doing today is we're going to take something from nothing to running in production using Spring Boot and Cloud Foundry Corifi. That's it. That's it. In a nutshell, that's what we're doing. But I'm going to leave it up to Ian to decide how we want to start. So, Ian, in order for us to do this, part of these the framing is, I want you to create a new GitHub org. So I want you to go to GitHub. And yep, under your picture on the top right, you can say your organizations, or maybe there's a plus. Yeah, the plus button. You can do a new organization. New organization. Yep, it's on the right there. I want you to do that. And just a free organization. Yep, we're not trying to spend any money here. Free organization. And anybody that's watching, follow along. And if you are watching and you're interested in hanging out with us, say hi. And when you say hi, tell us where you're from, because I can see that my mom and dad are watching. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I love you. My mom and dad are always watching the live streams. Miguel, hi. I hope that answered your question. Tell us where you're joining from, and we're going. Yeah, give it a name. Oh, I know what name I want you to give it. Hold on.
Okay.
I want you to call it. What was our domain?
Ian Mongs.
Ianmongs-org. Oh, take out the dash. Yep, the first dash. Right, did we do a dash? There you go. Dash, not dot, do dash org.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. And you don't have to put your email up there. You're sharing your screen. Don't put your email. You can move that screen to it. Here, I'll do this. You fill that out. Wait, what happened? Remove. There we go. So now you can, right? Whose screen are we sharing? Nobody's. I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
There we go. You fill out. You make your org. It's gonna be public. You
Okay.
make that because that's where we're gonna put our code, and you're gonna put it there,
Uh,
public for everybody to see
mhm.
because I'm gonna copy it from there and I'm gonna deploy it.
Okay, awesome. So should I create a personal one or a
Personal.
business?
Personal.
Personal. Okay,
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah. If you say business, then they want your money.
Okay. Done.
And while you do that,
Okay.
what I'm doing is I registered that domain name, like just right before. Oh, Bayo's here. Hello. We're happy to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, play along. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
Yes.
Should I add you as an
Sure.
organization
Yeah.
member?
Yeah. Deshaun
Okay.
is my username. DASH. Here, I'll put it up here. GitHub.com/Deshaun. Like, I like to do things in public.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, that's me. So I'm going to maximize this screen over here. I want to be able to keep track. And I want to be able to see you. But you're driving today. You're driving. All right. So
Yep.
do you have your org?
Yeah, it's done. It's
All
done.
right. I'm going to go and check my email. I'm going to add myself to your org. That's easy. Email. And there we go. I'm invited and I'm joining. All right. Now you're going to create a new repository.
Awesome.
Call it whatever you want. I don't care. Call it whatever you want. But that's where we're going to put our code. No pressure. There's only 500 people watching right now live. So smile.
I'm trying my best to smile. I'm really excited.
No pressure whatsoever.
Man. Public, yeah.
One of the things that I say is there's nothing that beats practice. So we could talk about this process for days, but there's nothing that beats practice. I'm doing this and I'm bringing you live so that everybody else can see it, like Bayo. I want people to understand that it's not really that hard to get to production. And the device, reminder, the device that we're deploying to is a simple Raspberry Pi. A Raspberry Pi that can be powered by batteries, right? Look, I got this little thing here. You can actually just get a battery pack and you can power the Raspberry Pi. So you can do this in many, many ways, affordably, and it's worth it. It's worth the investment.
Yep.
So you have a
Done.
repository. You have a repository?
Yeah.
All right. All right, I can't see it yet, but now I'm going to bring your screen back up,
Yeah, sure.
okay? And I'm going to put us down on the bottom because we're not important. We're going to make sure this code gets seen. So here we are. We have a repo. You're going to do this. Let's go. Let's leave this screen here. And then I'm going to have you go to either start.spring.io or if you're feeling, a little wild, you're feeling a little excited, you can go to start.vaadin.com. Either way.
Okay, let's try start.vaadin.com. I've not tried
There
it.
you go. He's up for the challenge. There you go. Get started. So I'm gonna try to point you in the right direction. We're pairing.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Bayo
let
says
me
we once
just
discussed
target.
about hosting on Raspberry Pi. Remember, yes, we did not get to meet till data because time zone not fair. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. that's what we're doing right now. We're doing it. We're deploying to these same Raspberry Pis, but we're trying something new, right? When the last time we talked, I was doing a different platform. We've got something better, and that's what we're doing today. We've got something better. So call it whatever you want. You get to change the name there.
Naming is always an issue. So.
Naming things is hard. This is 100% true.
Man, oof. We can leave it as it is right now. Let me see.
You accepted the challenge of using Vaadin, and now you're just going to leave the default My App?
Uh,
Maybe I should call Josh. He's really good at naming things. Maybe I should call Josh. Let's see.
wow. I'll have to call it that one. Oof.
Okay, much better, much more descriptive of what we're trying to do. All right, now how do you want your layout? Do you want your layout to be a drawer, tabs, or none?
You can work with the drawer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, click it. Click outside of that, and then we should be in good shape. Done. Now click right below that little pop out. Yeah, anywhere. Does that work?
Way.
Click on the left side under the drawer. On the left side of the screen. Yeah, there we go. Let's add a view. We're going to use Java. Don't click the other one. We're going to use Java. I'll get fired if I use it. I'm just kidding. Hill is great. So we have options, and you can click them. So click on the layout with content areas. And then it shows you like, hey, what kind of layout do you want? You can choose any one of those, and then you're just filling in the blanks. You can do an empty one. You can do a hello world. You can do any of these options.
Let me see.
There's like what did I do? There's a simple, what did I do? Dashboard. Oh, that looks good.
Okay.
Right. That's pretty. That's pretty.
I should add it, right?
Yeah, add it. Add it.
Okay.
So now you have a dashboard.
Yep.
And this is the root of your thing. So when people come to the website, this is what they'll see. Now, we don't have to do anything else because this is what they'll see. You can go up to the top right and you can say download project. Now, there's this one really cool thing here. You can, give it a name. Let's scroll up to the top. Scroll all the way up to the top there. And let's say, call it Vaadin demo. And for the group ID, put org.ianmongs. Change the group ID. Because this is going on your domain. But let's use that latest platform version. That's good. Of course, we're going to use Java 21. And I think all these other options are great. But there's one more thing I want to show you. If you scroll down, there's a button right there. It says publish to GitHub.
Yeah.
You can actually, instead of downloading the zip and doing it, you can click that button.
Okay.
And you can have it generate a repository for you. And it'll just create it over on your GitHub Org. You want to try it?
Sure. Why not?
give it a try. I mean, what could go wrong? So this might publish to your personal account. That's okay. We can always move it over.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. So now it deployed it in your personal repo, but now you just go to your personal repo and move it over to the other one. So go scroll up to the top, go to the settings. There's a gear. Yep. And then at the bottom, you can transfer. And we're just going to move it over to the other org. Transfer ownership. Yep. There you go. This is perfect. But you know what? I'm looking at a screen with a delay, so I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to rearrange my screens a little bit, just a tiny bit, because I want to be able to see what you're doing, and I don't want to be delayed. So I'm going to move you down here so I can see your code. So I won't be looking at the screen as much, but I'm here.
Okay.
All right, so now that's it. Now we have a repository. Let me move this over here. We have a repository. We've got things named. I mean, that was hard, right? And it's public. So now
Yep.
I want you to run it locally. Make sure that it works.
Okay, let me clone it.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to clone it locally. I put all of my projects, all the stuff that I do, I put it into my fun folder because this isn't work. This is fun. And the way that I handle my GitHub repos is I make in my fun folder, I have all of the orgs that I pull things down. So I'm going to make a directory called ian_org, and then I'm going to clone it into there. And I'm doing the repo CLI, GitHub repo clone in Baden demo. Got it. So now you have it locally.
Yeah, I have it.
Do you want to share your terminal?
Just a moment. I'm trying to see where I've cloned it to. Let me just cd to. Okay, so I'll just run it. Just a moment. Yeah. Present.
There you go. All right.
Not sure if this command will work.
You'll have to switch into the Baden demo directory.
Just a moment. Sorry.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah. I saw that. Oh, yeah. Just a moment. So doing to
I mean, the pressure is real. When everybody's watching, everybody's waiting for you to do this. Hundreds of people are watching you try to figure out to get into the right directory. I know it. I know that pressure.
Okay.
All right.
Man.
So, don't have an idea. Do you have code?
Yeah. I can just open it manually.
Yeah, you don't even need it.
But,
Watch
okay.
this. Do MVN CMD. No. MVNW.cmd.
MVNW.
Yep. .cmd. So
Okay.
there. I believe that this is there. Go ahead and try it. See if that works.
Oof.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Let's see. Wait, what? Oh, put do // mvnw.cmd.
MVNW.c.
See if that works. Oh, you don't have Java home. Where's your Java?
Okay. let me just have it like manually. Open. Where is that? My downloads.
So
Bad
at this
line.
point, yeah, I use SDK man. I'm gonna steal the screen while you're doing that. You're gonna make it so that you can run
Okay,
that
okay.
MDN CMD, and I'm gonna steal the screen,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll show everybody what I like to do.
Okay,
What's my answer for
okay.
switching between Java versions? My answer is sdkman.io. You can see that. So what I do this, I can just go and run this command. Let's just go and run it. I'm going to run it on that Raspberry Pi. Not that I need to have it on there, but I'm going to do it there just because it doesn't exist. So let's go over. I think everybody can still see my screen. Yeah. Let's go to that pi karifi 00.local. That's the machine. I think it's not local. Let's try this. Pi karifi 00. All right. And if I say Java dash version, it says there's no Java. All right. So, it gave me a bunch of options, but I'm not a big fan of those options. I'm going to move some screens so I can see everybody. Poop. We got a comment that says 56 billion devices run Java, but not this one. That's funny, right? So in order to get Java, I'm going to copy this. This Raspberry Pi runs Java, but it's inside of Kubernetes. We're going to install it on this Raspberry Pi because we're installing SDK Man, and I want to show you about SDK Man. It says, hey, please install unzip. Oh, I got to do sudo apt install unzip and zip, and I think I'm in good shape. And you let me know when you have Java configured and you can do things. All right, Ian? So I did that. Now I should be able to install this bash setup. So now I have this. I can go and I can say, hey, let's source that. I can put that into my config, but now I can say SDK help. And now I can say SDK list Java. And remember, I still don't have a Java installed. I only installed SDK man, but what SDK man allows me to do is SDK install Java. I'm going to use 23.0.2 from Liberica, and that just comes on the list. So now it's installing Java 23. The latest version of Java 23 is getting installed onto that Raspberry Pi. I didn't need it there because we have other things, but we're installing it just to show if you want to use something cool. SDK man doesn't work on Windows, so I'm sorry about that, but it's still a cool thing. For all of you that are not using Windows, SDK Man works. It works on a Raspberry Pi, so it's repackaging. But when this is done, it's doing all of the work to make it so that my Java home is set up, my libraries are set up, but I can have multiple JVMs, JDKs. I can have multiple deployed, and I can have multiple set up. And what that means, now I go Java dash version, and now I have Java. And that's cool. So that's why I like SDK Man, because I can also go SDK list Java. There's all these other flavors of Java that are available. I'm a big fan of the team over here at Grawl. So let's grab this one. This looks like it's early access of 25. I mean, of course we want the early access version of Java 25. So let's do SDK install Java early access version of Grawl VM. Let's install it. But I'm not going to choose it. I'm not going to choose it as my default. It's going to ask me, hey, do you want to use this one? But I've got both Javas installed, and I can easily switch between the two. And that's nice. That's a really big benefit. So there you go. That's SDK Man. How are you looking, Ian? How's your screen? Are you ready?
Not really.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay. So how do I do this now?
I
Just a
can help.
moment.
I can help. It's okay.
Okay.
Because I'm here for you. I wouldn't put you into something without giving you a way of getting out. All right. So once
Mm-hmm.
this is done, I just want everybody else to see like, hey, we're installing. Maybe I don't have enough disk. Actually, there's plenty of disk. I don't know why this is taking so long for it to repackage the scroll VM. But we're going to wait for this to finish, and then we're going to go. And I'm still giggling about this comment.
Okay.
So, hey, it's installed, cool, and it's going to say, do you want this to be your default? And I'm going to say, no, I don't. No, I don't want it to be my default. So when I say Java-version, I'm still using 23.0.2. Now I can switch. I can say SDK use Java, that one. And now when I say Java-version, now I'm using that. I'm using Java 25. When do we get Java 25? September? April, May, June, July, August, September. We get Java 25 in September. So there's other tools. There's a question here that says, does Chocolatey do the same thing as SDKman? Chocolatey does something similar. Chocolatey is more like this apt, right? It's more like apt-get. It's a package manager. SDKman is purely for SDKs, but there is a tool. I don't use Windows very often. I'm testing a Windows thing later today. But there is a tool that allows you to do something similar. I just don't know the name of it off the top of my head. On my Windows machine, I'm installing JVMs manually. So if anybody's watching and knows how to get an SDKman type of an experience on Windows, I would be really excited to hear about that. But I do use Chocolatey, but I don't think Chocolatey does this. Oh, and thank you so much, Keith, for telling us where you're joining from. For everybody that's joining and wanting to say hi, my mom and dad are watching. They love to hear where you're joining from. So thanks, Keith.
Dashan,
Yeah.
you can help me out
All right.
with this one.
All right.
How do I solve it?
Here's what we're gonna do. We're not even gonna worry about it because here's what I've done. Let's go back here. I'm still gonna make you drive. I'm gonna put my screen back up here.
Okay.
We're on my juice box. We're gonna go to fun, and we're gonna go into your org, and we're gonna go into your demo. I'm gonna bump this up a little bit so everybody can see. And I do have a Java running, right? I've got Java 21. We chose Java 21, so this is a good thing. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do MVNW because I'm on Mac. There's MVN. Hello. Why is it not there? Yeah, this is the one to run it when you're on Windows, but this is the one we're going to run now. So it's just the Maven wrapper, and what it's going to do, it's going to download all the dependencies, and it's going to run the Spring Boot project. That's, oh, let me look at this. Whoops, cat the palm. The default dependency, where is it? Build, it does Spring Boot run. That's the default. So when we're doing things, they changed the way it's set up a little bit. But we're basically just saying, hey, default goal is Spring Boot run. So when I run this, just like this, it's going to default to Spring Boot run. I could still do Spring Boot run, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. So this is all that you're going to do. So once you get your Java installed, I get it, having a lot of computers, you got to do these things. So now it's doing the Maven command. You're familiar with Maven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now it's running development mode, and it says, hey, it's running at localhost 8080. It opened up a browser somewhere. Oh, there it is. Not that one. It opened up a browser over here. And I led you down a bad path because I didn't provide a key. What I need to do in order to get that dashboard working, I have one. Maybe not. Let's go do something else. Let's go edit that folder. Because I sent you down a thing. But this is our app. We don't even need to change it. Your app, your dashboard, your demo, this is all things good. We're running on localhost 8080. Are you comfortable with that? That we're running on localhost 8080? Yeah? Okay. It's running. I'm going to hit Control C. I'm going to stop that. If I do git status, it made this index.html, but what did it do? What's that? Source main, front end, index. It made it the first time. It says, hey, included here automatically, either by the dev server or during the build. This outlet dev is where the views are rendered. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just take this to production. How are you comfortable with that? We got to start somewhere, and it works. So let's do this. I'm going to build a native image. I'm going to say /mvnw, mvnw, Spring Boot build image. That's it. I'm going to build that. Spring Boot takes care of it for me. And I'm doing it here because that Raspberry Pi is slow. We have one Raspberry Pi that's running Kubernetes. It's running Karifi. It has KPAC on it, but it's slow. And we've already been streaming for 35 minutes. I told you it would not take longer than an hour. But we registered our domain name. We already did that part. We registered the domain name. I told you we're going to have this app running in production. Do you believe me?
Yeah.
You still believe me? Okay, good. That's good. That's good. I've convinced you. So here, I'm going to rename this because I'm gonna put it onto my GitHub or my Docker hub. So I'm going to say Docker tag this Vaadin demo 1.0-snapshot. That's the image. That's the Docker image that we just made with Spring Boot build image. I'm going to tag that, and I'm going to call it IO. No, I'm going to call it Deshaun /IO Ian Mongs Vaadin demo 1.0. Or I'm going to call it 0.0.1. Now I'm going to say Docker push. I'm going to push it up to my GitHub repo. Sean io.ian mongs.vaadin demo 0.0.1. Push that up to Docker Hub. Let's go and take a look at Docker Hub. Wait, I don't remember where the URL is, but I have a button down here. Wait, I don't have the button anymore. Ugh. It's hub.docker.com/u/Sean. There you go. There it is. It's up there. So look, it's pushed. It's up there. It grabbed the other things. There is your image. That's a Docker image that has your app in it. So anybody that wants to go and see it running, we can just do this. You can, actually, we don't even have to do that. We can just Docker run. So let's show that. Here's the image name. Here's our tag. Right? So we can say, let's copy that tag and watch this. Anybody that's watching, feel free to say Docker run that image. There it goes. There's your image. Uh-oh, what happened? Native memory tracking. Something's not good. What did it do? I don't have I'm not sure. Spring Cloud Mine. I don't know why it said, hey, that's no good. So this is where we're both going to learn. Native memory tracking committed, failed to start. Oh, is it because I have something else running? Unable to start web server. Unknown source. Oh, I forgot to do the production. Sorry. When I built the image, I didn't build the image right. What I was supposed to do here was -p production. So we'll do that. It'll only take a few seconds, and then we'll push that one back up. I've been there before. That was my mistake. I was trying to run the dev container. Oh boy, what happened? The provided license key doesn't allow usage of Vaadin board. Check that the license has not expired. Wait, what? Okay. I took us down a rabbit hole. Watch what I do. I'm going to go real fast. Are you ready? I'm going to go to Vaadin. Start.vaadin.com. And we're going to go create a new one. And this is called Vaadin demo. And did we do drawer? We did, I think. And we added a view, except this time we're not going to use dashboard. I'm just going to do empty. All right, we're going to put a picture there. We're going to add that view, just like we did before. Same thing. We're going to call it home, though, because empty is sad. But I'm going to do one more thing. No, I'm not. I'm going to download this project. We called it Vaadin-demo, right?
Yep.
IO. We took all the rest the same, except I'm not going to publish to GitHub. I'm just going to download it this time. And then what I'll do is I'll go over here. So I have the new layout so that we don't run into this problem anymore. I'm going to go right like this. And I'm going to say unzip that download. And we're going to overwrite all. So now, if I do mv&w, it won't give me that error that I was using an unlicensed plugin. Ugh. I'm starting to feel the pressure. What does this say? Execution main class. Let's do clean, and then do it again. What could possibly go wrong? I said in an hour. Like, look at this. Ugh. But what happened? Unable to find a single main class. What? Oh, I gave it the wrong name. So if we do get status, what happened? Themes, views. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at what we're looking at. We're going to figure this out. I typically learn more when things don't go right than when they do. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. This is completely embarrassing. Like, what is even happening right now? Like, I'm clicking buttons, but you get it, right? Look at this. I got the ball. I got everything. I got as many things could possibly go wrong. They're all going wrong, but I'm not going to panic. I'm going to close some of these other windows because who knows what's happening. My kids are probably trying to do something on the machine. We created this. We're good. Let's go back to our IDE. It looks like it's done indexing. Let's go up here and take a look. It said, hey, I don't have a single... Oh,
name.
I named it wrong. That's why. Let's do this. Let's move this guy down here. And let's move these things. So, yeah, we're going to move this main layout down here. Yep. Is that the one? I think we're in good shape. And home view here. So we can get rid of this one. Wait, didn't I clone this? Delete anyway. We're gonna get rid of all this. And we're gonna get fixed here in just a minute. Going fast. Okay, clean up. I don't need a dashboard view. Clean it up. Okay, now my main layout. What's wrong with it? It says, hey, public static class main layout. Oh, I have a duplicate. So this is the one that has the drawer, menu, VOD and demo, and this one. Which one do we need? I think we're okay. Are we good? Do you think? I just deleted a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if I did it right. I'm going to try to remove this class. Hello. There we go. Now, are we
Awesome.
cooking with gas? Do you feel good? Is it possible that we've fixed all the things that I broke in B&W? Is it possible? It might be. It might be. Well, let's watch you debug it, right? I also learned from debugging, and I think you're doing it. Well, thank you, right? I might have typoed -p prod. That might have been a thing. It says watching from Estonia. Wonderful. The mistakes are the biggest learning parts in the tutorial, especially for debugging sessions. Thank you. That's the same. That's the same thing. I feel the same way. So it says org is already defined in package org. This org is already defined. Wait, what did I have? Oh, because I moved it down. I think we can just do this. Wait. Yeah, we don't need this inner one. Let's do that. And let's try it again. We're just cleaning up, right? I was moving things around. I thought I was overwriting and I wasn't. But the cool thing is I'm going to give you this code right back. It looks like it's coming. It's going to open a browser somewhere. Oh, it opened it up here. There's our new version with the empty page. So that works. But now, again, whoops. Now I'm not using any of the license stuff. So let's generate a new image. MDNW spring boot build image -p. And Keith said, hey, he said, did you typo -p prod? I'm using these builds and I want to use this profile here, profile production. So I do want to use -p production. We're almost there, Ian.
Yep.
We're almost there. 46 minutes in. I said it was going to be an hour. I mean,
14,
there's no
14 more
pressure.
to go.
It's no pressure. We're going to get to production in an hour. So while that's happening, I'm going to jump over. I have a tunnel already created to that Raspberry Pi, but I've got to make that tunnel work for your domain. So don't let me forget about that. So remember we did the whole Docker like renaming thing. I'm just going to, all right, Docker tag that. I'm going to do this tag.
Okay.
Do you see that warning? No, you don't. Anyways, I'm going to tag that, and then I'm going to do the Docker push. And we're going to replace that image that was already there. It's going to go fast because we only had a little bit that was changed. All the other layers of that image are already there. So now let's go back to Docker Hub, refresh. We have now a production version that's for ARM64. This is great. So now let's grab that command and I'm going to try to do the part that I did before.
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, I wasn't sharing. Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened?
It just dropped off.
Oh, I'm gone. Like my screen is, oh boy, this is awkward. So not only like my camera's off, all the sharing stopped. So what I'm going to do, what I try to do is magic. You don't go anywhere.
Okay.
I'm going to try to close that screen and jump back in here. What else could possibly go wrong as we're trying to get to production? Please hold. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, I know what to do. I've been here before. I open this camera hub, or no, I got to open my displays. Once I find where that button is, remember that the bouncy wheel. That bouncy wheel came in and it wrecked everything. All right, we're almost there. Yep, I can see myself on the camera. Let's share a screen again. Present, share screen. We're going to present an entire screen. This one looks good. Oh, I got to maximize. I'm not going to panic. Here. Yeah, like I've messed up way worse before. So I was showing like, hey, here we're doing it production. We built our image. We're building our image with that production name. And we already did that. But what I was doing was, I pushed it. I already pushed it. I already showed that we pushed it, but I didn't show it here because my screen was busted. I said, hey, hub.docker.com/u/Deshaun. and I show that here's our image that we just pushed.
Okay.
And what I wanted to do was I wanted to show that, hey, there's the tag that we just pushed. I want to grab this tag, and anybody that's watching can grab that tag. I'll paste it here into the chat. And then I'm going to go over here to a new terminal. And I'm going to just say docker run that tag. And it should work. But nothing else has worked so far, so who knows? It looks like it's working. It looks like it started up pretty quickly. So we're good. Like, hey, here's our thing. So now I've got an image that's ready. It's running, and it's public. Anybody else can go and grab it. So now here's the fun part. I've got a switch. I'm going to switch over to that Raspberry Pi, kubectx, Pi Corifi. We have Kubernetes running there. So with Kubernetes, I can use this K9 tool, and I can show everybody, like, hey, there is one application that's running on that Raspberry Pi. I'm going to make it a little bit easier to see because I'm going to leave this up. So I've deployed some stuff 2 days ago. There's stuff running. There's a application running. That space is running an application. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I'm connected. I got to authenticate with that with Corifi. So let's see if I'm authenticated. Apps. And it says, hey, I'm getting the apps in the org Pi Corifi CC. The space is production. But I don't want you to be in my space. I don't want your app to be next to my app. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to say cf create org. And I'm going to call it org-Ian Monks. That's the org. Make sense?
Yep.
So now it's creating a construct so that your stuff, your deployments, they're going to live separate from mine. So if I do the cf orgs, you can see that, hey, I've got one for Pi Corifi CC, but I also have an organization for org-Ian Monks. And I should have changed it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to say cf create org Ian Monks-org because that's your GitHub org.
Yep.
So we're going to use that one. So again, this is the platform stuff, but this is important. And you can run this because this is on a single Raspberry Pi. So now I want to create a space. So have dev, stage, prod, test, these different environments that you're going to do. We're just going to create production because we only have 8 minutes now. So let's do cf target -o Ian. Oh, sorry. Okay, so now we're in your org. And now I'm going to do cf create space prod. Creating space prod in your org. All on a single Raspberry Pi. Are you nervous? We only have 6 minutes to get this to production. I'm not nervous.
Composure.
Yes. So now we're going to say, hey, I want to use that production space. So I'm going to just say, hey, make sure I'm using the production space. And let's cf apps. There's nothing there. There's no apps there. So let's deploy something. Cf push. I want to deploy a Docker image. And there, oops. And I got to go get that image name. This is the image that I want. Uh-oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, I got to give it a name. I'm going to call it www because that's where we're going to put it. So now it's just grabbing that image and it's deploying it. What does that mean? We already ran the Docker image. Like, that's cool. Like, just deploying it. Oh, boy. Oh, that route already exists. So let's see if push Vaadin demo. We didn't do anything fancy, right? Like, it's a Docker image. We can run Docker image anywhere. So all we're doing right now is running a Docker image on Kubernetes, but we didn't do any YAML. We're using Corifi, so we did this push. But it's doing a little bit more. It's doing a little bit more behind the scenes. Corifi has ingress. It has the routing. So it's creating network routes. Just like you would do a route in a gateway or in a single page app, like we're going to give it directions on how to get to where it needs to go. It's starting
Okay.
up. You have a question?
Not really. I'm
Okay.
learning. Yeah.
All right. You didn't do as much of the hands-on as I wanted you to because we didn't have Java installed, and I probably should have given you a little heads up, but
Mm,
that's okay.
actually, I have Java installed. The only thing is setting up
The home
the
and the
home
environment
variable in the
variables.
environment.
I get
Yeah,
it. That's okay.
exactly. Yeah.
We clearly didn't have time for that because we've only got like 5 minutes,
Left.
4.5 minutes left. But look at what
Mm-hmm.
we have here. We have an app that's running. If I do CF apps now, it's going to go and say, again, this is on a single, it's got a domain here. This is not a public domain. Like, even though that's a public, I don't think I have the route set up, so that's a public domain. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wait. And my website stopped. I don't know. Oh, that's the one that we didn't need because that was, we can delete that. CF delete. I tried to rename it. I tried to deploy this as with that www name, but I already had www on the other app. So CF apps.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if this is, I don't think that this is public. I don't want it to be public if it is, but let's just go check. It's not. Okay, that's cool. I did this, I've done this before. And because we only have like 2 minutes to make this happen, I got to go and look at these instructions because I don't remember these commands as much. So we're going to create a new shared domain, except not for PyCarifi. We're going to do it for your domain. So let's bring that. And again, this is fun, except we're going to say in longs.org. Let it do its thing. Now we're going to create a route. We're going to say, hey, you know what? I want this on this domain. Wait. Yeah, we're going to make this www. So now if I do CF, I gotta do one more. I got to map that route. So I have the route, but I want to map it. CF map route, www. Yeah, www to in. I created the route. I think this is right. .org dash dash oops dash dash host name www. Is that right? App www. Oh, CF map route login dash demo in longs.org host name www. Fingers crossed. So now it says, hey, www.ianmongs.org. If I do CF apps, I should have two routes. I should have the internal route, but I should also see that www.ianmongs.org is being sent to your app, to that OCI image that we built. We only have like 90 seconds. All right, so there it is. I see that, but that's still not going to work because I haven't done the networking. I haven't done the DNS. So let me quick do the DNS. And I'm even going to show, because we don't have a lot of time, I'm even going to show everybody like behind the scenes. This is what I'm doing. Cloudflare, login. All right, I'm in. We're going to go to the PyCarifi because we're going to use the same route. If I go to DNS, I'm going to hit edit. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to copy this route. And then I'm going to go to, let's see, we have star.apps. And star. All right. We're going to go back to your domain. I have a lot of domains, but we're going to go to yours. And we're going to go to DNS. We are going to add a record, a CNAME, Hello, come on. No pressure. We're going to do it for star. And I want it to go to this route. Oh, there's one more piece I forgot. Let's save that. And we're going to add one more for the root. Go to the same route. Save. Oh, CNAME. Done. And that's it. So now, anything that goes to any of your domains is going to be pointed to this tunnel that I already have set up. But I have to do one more piece. CD fun Deshaun / Karifi. No, Pi Karifi. Where did it go? Dev Karifi Pi. I have to edit. I have to edit my routing on the cluster. Let's edit this. Hello, go fast. Cloudflare D. Let's go to the bottom. See, I have this for pykarifi.cc. I'm going to add one for star.in mongs.org. And it's going to go to the same place. Control X. I'm going to do this kubectl delete -f Cloudflare. Hello. So we'll see that Cloudflare disappeared. There it's going away because I deleted it. That's the old config that I deleted. And now kubectl apply -f Cloudflare D. These are things that are cool. We're going to see it come up. Cloudflare D is going to come up. We're seeing that, hey, now I've got two apps. This one just came up 3 minutes and 3 seconds ago. That's your app. Do you think it's going to work? Dub.in mongs.org. Look at that, we did it! Oh, I was 30 seconds over. But still, your app that you just created is up and running on that Raspberry Pi, and we did it in an hour, and we weren't prepared. I asked you 5 minutes before we joined this stream. I asked you if you could do this, and perfect. Like, that's like teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. This is fun. You now have a domain name. You can go and share this. Now, the other cool thing, what I'll do is when you make changes to that, let me go and give you my changes. I think I can do that because I made changes, right? And I want you to have those changes because we were using that dashboard before. So I'm going to go here into this directory, fun, Ian, bottom demo, get status. And I'm going to say get add dot, get status, get commit, replace dashboard with empty view, get push. Hopefully this push works. Wait, what? Get remote. And we'll do that. We'll do that offline. But I'm going to give you all of this. I'm going to give you that change. But in that repository that we just made edits to, here github.com. Ian. What we're going to do is when you make changes to this, then they're just automatically going to show up. So I don't even have to be involved. From here forward, I'll do that offline, but I'm going to use Kpack and I'm going to tie to this so that when you want new stuff, all you have to do is commit your changes, and it's going to show. How is that?
I think it works, man. That was fun.
It was fun for me. It was fun for me. And we didn't do anything big or magical, but it is running in production. Like that we can't deny that you got an app that's running in production. You did a UI. You went the hard way. You went the hard way. I gave you a challenge. You accepted the challenge, but now this is fun, right? This is I want more people to be able to do this. So we're gonna make this fun for everybody and give them an option to do the same thing. And I'm here to help.
I think that was fun. So should I be in a position to access when I click ianmonks.org on my side, should it be showing anything?
Say that one more time.
Oh, I'm saying like I'm trying to access the endpoint ianmonks.org. Um, it's not working on my side. Or
Uh-oh. Hold on.
yep.
Let's go. Put a www in front. The route that we
Okay.
made was www. So let's bring that back up. So you went to this. Oh wait, did it redirect automatically? Why did it redirect automatically?
Yeah, I think that one works. I maybe let me see if I can share my screen.
Yeah, we did not create a route for the top level domain, but we did for www dot.
Mm-hmm.
So I can fix that too. I can go right here and I can change this. I can delete that. I'm going to delete that one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add at. So CNAME, this, it goes to www dot. That should work. So that if you go to the root, you'll actually be going to the www. Will that work? Oh, I still have to do the route on my side. But yeah, that's why. We only have a route. We only did the route, CF apps. We only set up a route for www.
Yeah, it does work on my end right now. But
Perfect.
yeah.
So yeah, we're doing it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Thanks everybody for
Random.
joining.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, right? So it didn't seem like an hour. It seemed like we were racing the whole time, but it did not feel like an hour. Uh, but it worked.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do. So this is the kind of thing that we can do in a workshop. We can have fun with this. We can have everybody bring your stuff. We'll deploy some images. We'll give one lucky audience member. We'll give them a domain name, and we'll deploy it to some Raspberry Pis, and we'll let them walk away with. Again, back to a previous conversation. It is more important. I think it's more valuable to have one project running in production than to have 50 GitHub repos
Running.
that you might know a little bit about. Let's get it in production and then let's deal with the production concerns.
Mm-hmm.
That's more important. That's in my head. That's the difference between a junior developer and a not junior developer is you got something in production. So now, my challenge to you, thank you so much for being brave and jumping on. We've only been talking today. Like we've been on
Man,
the chats and the stuff, and we've known each other for a little while, but we've only been talking today. First time that we were seeing each other's face, and you were very, very brave. And there are 600 people watching us right now. They've joined in and they said, "Hey, wow, that's something cool." So good job, congratulations for being brave. Thank you so much for
thank you.
doing this. But I'm going to give you a challenge. I want you to make some changes to that. I want you to make some changes, do a commit, and let's see if we can get those changes up to production for the next time.
Sure.
Sound like a plan?
But
Okay.
yeah.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Everybody, thank you so much for joining. Ian, thank you so much for being brave. This was fun. I hope that somebody got something out of it. But we're gonna do more of this. So
Exactly.
we're
Man.
gonna do more of this. Let's get people, using Spring Boot, take it into production, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna hit the end stream button, but I want you to stick around. Don't go anywhere.
Awesome.